JanetOnOccasion. I'm super hungover right now, but that's not going to stop me bringing you another Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. So, banging headache aside, I've brought Bretonnia, and I'm against the Empire. So, yeah, all cavalry again. I just love playing with all cavalry. It's so fun. It reminds me of playing Rome Total War as Carthage. You could basically just get a load of elephants and cavalry and just win every fight. It's hilarious. But yeah, it reminds me of that. It's just, I love cavalry in this game. So anyway, so I've got questing knights, knights of the realm, knights of the realm, knights of the realm, knights of the realm, questing knights, a couple of Grail Guardians defending the Fey Enchantress, and I got a couple of mounted Yeoman Archers for some skirmishing. So if we go look at this guy's army, pretty formidable indeed. So he's got General of the Empire, I'm assuming with Potion of Toughness, yep. And he's also got a Light Wizard, so obviously he's going to be able to net me down, which is pretty scary when he's got a great cannon and 2 units of demigriffs with halberds. So very good for taking out all of my cavalry there. So yeah, pretty scary. He's also got massive unbreakable front line. These aren't going to pose too much of a risk to me, but they will be able to bog me down very well. And he also has some spearmen, which are obviously going to do well against cavalry. You know, that's their job. And he's got some handgunners, which would be pretty good against penetrating my armour. So yeah, it's quite a lot of things to scare me here. But his front line not going to be too bad against all cav. Would be bad if I brought peasants, because yeah, flagellants do pretty well actually at holding a line against peasants. Even against like foot squires, I think they do fairly well. So yeah, quite dangerous. But luckily, I didn't bring any peasants. So that's what always gets people with this army. People don't expect all cavalry, and if he'd brought like all spearmen, that wouldn't have done particularly well against, you know, a Bretonian front line. They would just been butchered by you know, all the man-at-arms and things. So yeah, it's quite difficult to, you know, to counter this build unless you know it's coming. But this little back line though, that's really going to hurt. So she managed to defend me quite well. But yeah, so I'm doing some damage to these spearmen. They don't have shields and they're pretty weak, so you know, my Yeoman Archers will actually be able to do some damage to these guys. Over here though, he manages to net one of them. I managed to escape with the other 2, but one of them is netted, which is pretty annoying. So he's coming at me with all his flagellants, but that means he's splitting up his units quite a lot. So I'm coming around the back here. I'm going to bring these guys up into here. But yeah, unfortunately I moved them back to begin with because I wasn't entirely sure what was going on. I wasn't sure if these guys need help, but I managed to get them away before they can catch me, and they're still chasing, so that's great news. So so here, done a lot of damage to these spearmen. You know, for very cheap units, it's pretty good, and they're going to hurt if they get into melee with, you know, my guys start backing people up. As you'll see here, these spearmen are going to be a massive help, but obviously the demigriff knights and halberds are great against cavalry anyway, as you can tell from, you know, half a unit of knights of the realm gone in the first, you know, 5 seconds. That's pretty grim. So, but yeah, so I'm trying to get some arrow fire on them as well. These spearmen are absolutely knackered, so that's really good. And now I can get on this cannon. He's going to try and stop me. He's done a lot of damage to the Grail Guardians with the cannon, though. It's pretty grim. And he's also got his, you know, handgunner shooting into this blob, which is, yeah, really painful for me. Incredibly painful. But yeah, my Knights of the Round back here are doing pretty badly against these demigriffs, as you kind of expect. So he nets these guys down, so I come in the rear here, try and take out his handgunners, because, yeah, the sooner I can get rid of them, the better. So those spearmen are almost gone, so that's good. So I'll be able to start, you know, throwing some damage into here. Unfortunately, he's got more spearmen engaged, and, you know, I've got the Fey Enchantress in here, so that's pretty dangerous for me. And, but, you know, do have all these more, you know, all these knights coming in. And so I come in here with the that Chalice, so nice bombardment attack, so that'll really help. Because, yeah, quite dense formation here. So the more damage I can do to these guys, the better. But now his demigriff knights are surrounded, and so that's pretty handy. But, you know, they're still pretty damn formidable, so I'm going to be losing a lot of guys out of this. So his infantry finally starting to get to me, but I have managed to get rid of his handgunners for the most part, so that's good news. So, yeah, let's start moving around again. So yeah, his spearmen are back, but they're nearly dead, so that's good. So I got these archers now just, you know, getting some fire into here. I think I switched them onto the flagellants soon, because yeah, pretty much every hit on a flagellant is going to kill them. They got no armor, and yeah, so look, here we go. So start to do some damage to these guys because they got no armor and they got no shields, so they're really vulnerable to, you know, missile fire. So it'll help whittle them down. But you can see now just the overwhelming numbers of my cavalry. His demigriffs aren't able to keep this fight going for long, and so he's starting to lose basically everything in this blob. But he's still got his general in here, and now he's got, you know, huge amount of infantry on this line. But I'm quite happy for, you know, my knights to take the brunt of this, because these guys don't have armor piercing, so they will be attacking me for friggin' days before they can really do too much damage. So the main you know, force of his that would be able to hurt me, they're pretty much wrapped up already. He's still got overwhelming numbers, and they're all unbreakable. So, you know, it's still not the best thing in the world. Yeah, it seems like being affected by terror there. Oh, never mind. But yeah, so it's still got his general in here, and that's my next target. So, you know, I try and move some more guys around, try and make sure this guy stays in here. Because the longer he can stay in here, the better. Because, yeah, I mean, if I can kill him, that's great, right? Because he's the biggest threat so far. But, you know, I've got Grail Guardian stuff in there wailing on him, so it's gonna be pretty painful. Over here, though, I'm using a pretty dishevelled unit, Knights of the Realm, because I know that even though there's only 8 of them, they will be able to wrap up these handgunners. And so, you know, he chases them off again, which is great. And I think I come up with a rear charge at some point. So he comes back in with his Demigryph Knights. I did a little counter charge, but it's quite difficult because they're all so mixed up. But now they're shattered, so that's great news for me. And yeah, he's still got his general in here, hasn't managed to get him out, which is really good. Really good for me. So yeah, use another heal. So yeah, I've been using Earthblood and regrowth, you know, as often as I can. So it's keeping these guys going, especially with these guys being quite low damage units. You know, they're going to be hitting different models. They can do a bit of HP damage, but it's going to be very rare they can actually, you know, kill a guy. So being able to heal them up, it's going to undo a lot of these guys' work. So that's really good. So here I actually sort of retreat a bit so I can do another charge, because that charge bonus is amazing. I didn't want to, you know, sort of run people out and do a cycle charge until his general was taken care of, because I didn't want him escaping. And yeah, it seemed to work, because, you know, these guys were able to hold off long enough to be able to come in with a counter charge, and now they're just doing sick damage against these guys. So here, come with the Chalice again, so, you know, another little comet coming down. So that's going to do a lot of damage. There's a big blob of, you know, big blob of infantry here. And boom. So you see blood everywhere there. So, so that did sick damage. Thing is, though, I don't know if it's bugged, or if somehow it just didn't kill anything. But, let's see at the end. The Faint Chancellor only gets, like, 2 kills. I'm not sure if it counts the kills from that spell, which is really weird. I mean, why wouldn't it, right? But, yeah, it doesn't seem to, because I'm sure she would have got more than 2 kills in this fight. But, you know, just didn't register. So that's really bizarre. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but, yeah, oh well. What can you do? You know, still a win. So, yeah, take out the last of his guys. I went for another cycle charge, but frankly, there's only like 6 guys left, so it's probably a bit unnecessary. These guys both run out of ammo, just in time. So, yeah, final Flagellant goes down. So, yeah, pretty, well, Pyrrhic, apparently, but, you know, pretty comfortable win, I think. You know, the losses I took, it was sort of, you know, tactical losses. It was, you know, to pin units down, you know, while I took advantage. So, you know, it's quite a good one. So you can see, you know, he had a lot of guys killed. His Demigryph Knights and Halberds, load of kills. You know, that's all against pretty expensive units. But it's a shame he didn't have more backup. If he had his infantry in that fight earlier, he could have had the Demigryph Knights saturated it within them, and they wouldn't have taken half as much damage, and they could have really capitalised. But unfortunately, he ran off with all his flagellants to try and chase down that one netted cavalry unit that he didn't quite reach. So that's a real shame for him. And also, I didn't give his, you know, his handgunners a chance to do much damage, so that's really good. You know, the cannon, again, you know, that would have been really deadly if he'd kept it online, but you just can't protect a cannon from this much cavalry. So, you know, again, makes it really difficult for him. So yeah, I really love this build. It just catches everyone off guard. Like, no one builds an army to deal with all cav. So, you know, it's really tough. It's a bit cheesy, but it's just so fun to have, you know, cavalry running around everywhere. So, yeah, bloody hell, these guys did alright. 105 kills. And, yeah, my Mounted Yeoman did amazing. Look at that, 99 kills. Like, that is huge. So, yeah, these guys basically got the most kills. And they're only 500 quid each. So, yeah, absolute bargain. But you see there, look, 2 kills. Like, that comet seemed to completely, like, you know, smear flagellants into the ground. Like, they're just basically red stains on the floor now. Yeah, she only got 2 kills, which is really weird. So, I don't know if that's a bug or what, but, you know, it'd be nice to see how many kills that Chalice got. And, because I reckon it'd be a lot. You know, I could count these up and put it against the deaths, but I can't be bothered. So, yeah, so, Resdo99, sorry about the cheesy cavalry army, but it's got to be done, alright? So, yeah, hopefully see you on ladder soon. And, yeah, I'll bring a nicer army next time. And, guys, if you enjoyed this video, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.